Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
Dr. Felton, Frank Edward Lincoln, Tom Ocean Nora, 1st of Davis, 1982-0611.
We have a lot of problems with litter, a lot of problems with litter, a lot of problems with drugs.
The summer months in Big Sky Country provide their own unique challenges for fish and game wardens. In Region 3, Rob Aldridge is focused on water safety and conservation around Hauser Lake.
So we'll head out there and we'll see what's going on. It's also a good place to see what kind of boating traffic we have on Hauser Lake. So we'll go out there and we'll see how many people are out there. It'll probably be a pretty good number, I would expect, since it's warm, it's a nice day, it's 4th of July. So expect there'll be quite a few people out there drinking. So we'll just head out there and see what we can see. Really, I'm just looking over there to see who's around and what sort of stuff they have with them. A lot of people will go out there and take a 6-pack of beer or a few beers, and they'll just leave it whenever they leave. Just a bad deal when places get trashed and families want to go have a good time, but they can't because there's trash everywhere. So there are 2 guys down there in shorts and no shirt. One of them, with the sunglasses, was drinking what appeared to be a Budweiser. It's hard to tell, but that gentleman doesn't really look like he's 21 either, so that could be a problem.
In Region 5, the annual Yellowstone Boat Float attracts thousands of boaters, bikinis, and cocktails. It's a lively event that presents unusual challenges for wardens.
Well, it's the second Saturday of July in south central Montana, and that means the boat float is on. It's the 50th year anniversary, so we're expecting a pretty big turnout. There's going to be hundreds of boats and people. It's totally unorganized, not sanctioned by anything. Some guy started it 50 years ago.
I have been on every one of them.
His dad was actually one of the founding members of the start of Boat Float.
Yet another good boat float. This one being the 50th. We're having a great time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fine weather.
It's really turned into a pretty sizable event with just a lot of stuff going on. Going to be pulling a lot of people out of the river. We anticipate a lot of boat crashes and flipovers. A lot of intoxicated people. You just never know what's going to happen.
By assisting the local authorities with water safety and rescue, the wardens can be the difference between life and death.
They got life jackets on. We can get one of them.
Are you guys want some help? Are you guys okay or do you want help? No life jackets. Thank you so much.
It's a raucous event for the thousands of partygoers, but the wardens are focused. They know the risk of injury or drowning is very real.
Are you okay? Grab the boat! Grab the boat! Good job, my man.
I've seen a lot of really low-quality boats.
He's gonna start coming. He's slowly coming.
He's in the water now, isn't he? Okay, let's go. Let's go get him.
shore. I'm serious. Too many boats. Hey, do you understand? We're watching the whole time. No, stay on shore. We're okay. You guys got him? Jesus.
I've never ran anybody over yet.
I know, but the problem is we just don't want a bunch of convoluted people, you know.
I gotcha.
We got a system down. We've been doing this for years, and I'm not mad at you. I just want to make sure that people don't, get up in there, because then we start banging into each other.
Coming up on Wardens.
I like it. You guys pick up all your empties?
Yeah, we did. Always do.
You guys old enough to drink beer?
We're not.
With Montana's summer festivities in full swing, the Streamlight Spotlight focuses on Region 3, where Warden Rob Aldridge has been glassing a popular swimming hole on Hauser Lake.
What's happening? What's happening, guys? Not too much. You guys having a good day?
Yeah, we are.
I like it, man. I like it. Did you guys pick up all your empties?
Yeah, we did. Always do.
You guys old enough to drink beer?
We're not.
You're not?
We're not, no.
Okay. How old are you, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How old are you?
Pretty good.
No, how old?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Are you? Okay, you have ID with you?
I do not.
You don't have any ID? How about you, man?
I don't have it either. We just drove out here.
Okay. How much beer you guys have with you today?
We don't have none.
You gonna lie to me? Is that how you want to start things off, bro?
We're not doing anything against the law, but...
All right. Okay, just hang tight right there for me, okay?
Game wardens not only enforce wildlife protection, but are sworn and commissioned peace officers.
Yeah, you're drinking beer and you're not old enough to be drinking beer. I just watched you drink 3 Bud Lights out there, man. You still have them in your pockets? Did you put them in the car?
In the car.
Okay. Hang tight.
Nationwide, up to 70% of water-related deaths in adolescents and adults is due to alcohol consumption.
319.
319.
I guess we were getting binocular.
319, and your copy here, 31.
Affirmative. Go ahead, please.
A quick background check reveals that the boys are legal drivers, but are both indeed underage. The passenger also has a prior alcohol-related offense.
Are we got problems here, or?
Yeah, we got problems because you guys have been drinking and you're not 21.
Yep.
So that's a problem, isn't it?
It is.
It's a little...
Right? Have you guys had any issues with that before?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay.
Yeah, you just heard, I heard. So.
Yeah, you've had some problems, but you're not on probation, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Don't think that you are? Okay. Have you guys taken preliminary breath tests before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've taken...
We're gonna do PBTs real quick, okay? You guys know how to do those. We'll just take those real fast, all right? All right. Okay, go ahead.
Positive breathalyzer results and a seizure of evidence support Warden Aldridge's initial assumptions.
All right, Bo, I'm gonna explain yours first. You have to appear for this, okay?
Okay.
Giving you until the 11th of July to make your appearance, okay? I am seizing 25 full 12-ounce Bud Light beer cans, 5 empty Bud Light 12-ounce beer cans, and 1 empty 12-ounce Coors Light beer can. Okay, the bond on this is $185. Do you have any questions for me? Basically, obviously, 16 12-ounce Pabst Blue Ribbon beer cans that are all full, 5 12-ounce Budweiser beer cans that are full, and 1 12-ounce Busch Light can that's full. It's mandatory appearance on this charge. You have to appear by the 11th of July. Okay? Okay, there you go, man.
Thanks.
Okay, that's it, man. Thanks for being good, I appreciate it. Hi, Bo. Thanks for being good, man.
Yep.
Appreciate
Later.
it. Yep, take care. They had a lot of beer in there, obviously. Neither one of them were old enough to drink beer or possess it, but they had a lot of it, and it sounded like their intention this weekend was just to drink a lot of beer. So at least we kept them from getting in trouble that way, getting hurt, hurting somebody else.
In Region 5, the annual Yellowstone boat float continues, but Warden Paul Lupke is being pulled away from the Torrance to defuse a reported altercation in an area too remote for sheriff's deputies.
Time for everyone to shut up until we get this boat to shore. Do you guys understand? Why don't you sit there where you are right now? Sit down and relax, okay? Go ahead, Derek. Okay, just stop. Here. You got it, Derek?
My third year on boat float. You can breathalyze and you do not care. I'm not.
No, I want to go home.
Here's what we're gonna do right now. Everyone's gonna be quiet for a couple minutes, okay? This is a different situation because we're out here in the middle of nowhere on the boat float, right? We're in a jet boat, you're in a raft. It's not like anybody can jump in a car and go home, correct? Okay, so the first thing we need to do is take some deep breaths and calm down. What we want to do is make sure everybody gets safe off the river. If you guys are having a dispute and somebody wants to press charges on somebody, we don't care about that right now, okay? You guys can call a deputy later and they can come deal with that, but right now we need to get people off the river safe. Are you guys all together today so far? And you're just having a fight?
They warned us, but I tried to jump off the boat and save her because she jumped out to drown, and then she busted me in my nose.
Who's not getting along, you and you? Okay.
No, this is what happened.
No, it's
she got mad. She got mad because I don't know.
Because he treated me like
because she jumped out to drown.
So if we took her with us,
busted me in my nose.
Because she was a dumb.
Okay, stop. You guys stop or I'm going to put handcuffs on both of you guys right now.
With tempers high and the weather changing for the worse, Warden Lupke is doing his best to find a safe resolution for everyone involved.
We're all going down the damn river.
I'm bleeding.
She freaked out.
I jumped out to save her.
She jumped out of the damn boat.
And she busted me in my nose.
And she wanted to drown.
Okay, now it's my turn now. Be quiet. It's my turn. Just listen to me, okay?
Yes.
There's a storm coming, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get off this river, including us more than anybody else. We can take one person. If we take her with us?
No, you can take her.
No, can you?
If we take her with us, and you guys will all be able to get along and go down river? Without her?
Go.
Okay, why don't you come in with us? What's your name?
Casey.
All right.
Thank you. Because I drank a whole 3 beers and 2 shots and
put that on. Put this around your waist. You know, the most important thing right now is just to take some deep breaths. What we need to do is just get out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Look up there. We got thunderstorms coming. Derek, did he call somebody that can come get her? Is she on her way right now?
Yeah, so I'm great.
All right. Well, let's do it then.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, don't be flying out of this boat now, okay? Okay, you promise?
yes.
You never know what you're gonna get.
With the ride secured for their new passenger, the wardens are confident the situation was resolved before escalating into something more dangerous. Back at Hauser Lake, Warden Aldridge continues to monitor the 4th of July celebrations.
My experience here is that when people show up with drinks and nowhere to put them, those cans normally either end up in the lake or on the bank up there. So the gentleman that's drinking what appears to be some sort of beer can crushed it, tossed it up into the sagebrush. We'll wait for them to leave. He's finishing it, and he's gonna toss it. Yep. It's the second can that he's discarded this evening.
While littering isn't a serious offense, Conservation is just as important to fish and game wardens as hunting and trapping laws. For this case, which might also involve alcohol-related offenses, Warden Aldridge calls in for backup.
Okay, I'm gonna pull over the first car. There's a second car. There's gonna be a dude in it, blonde hair with 2 earrings. If he's driving, it's gonna be a 1061. There's a guy in there with glasses, dark hair, kind of dark complected, short hair. He chucked a bottle up onto the shore. They may still be down there, and I couldn't see the guys in my vehicle. It should be occupied times 3 or 4.
Coming up on Wardens.
Let me guess. You're gonna breathalyze me. If not, you're gonna do a sobriety test. And you're gonna say I failed and arrest me.
I'm not gonna do anything except wait for Highway Patrol to show up. Okay, I'm gonna pull over the first car. There's a second car. There's gonna be a dude in it. If he's driving, it's gonna be a 1061. 2036 hours, July 4th, 2013. York Bridge. That's it. 317, 319. That was one of them right there. A-firm, the dark-haired gentleman with glasses.
Someone is around standby. It should be there now. They're all in the main building west of the interchange there. Drop it there.
Hi. How's it going? Good. My name's Rob Aldridge. I'm a state game warden here out of Helena. The reason I pulled you guys over is that you left some cans back there at the bridge.
I will swim. I will pick up every can.
Well, it's too late, man. You guys drove off and left them. So, what do you guys have for ID on you today? All right, just get back in the car and stay in the car for me for a minute. You guys don't have any guns in there, right? Okay.
With no signs of impaired driving, the 2 4th of July partiers are off the hook for more serious transgressions.
All right, both you guys are going to get a citation for litter today. Okay. It's a $135 bond. Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
Is this Wardens?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, roughly.
1 month.
When is this gonna be on TV?
I don't know. I would give it a little bit of time.
Cool. Sweet. Thank you, officer. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Be safe, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
Have a good 4th.
Look at this guy. Really?
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely getting on TV now, bro.
While these two just had their day made, Warden Brenna White has pulled over the other vehicle, and it doesn't appear that this driver will be walking away with just a littering citation.
He said that the driver said that he was intoxicated. So Brenna called for backup from Highway Patrol or county. What's the status here?
Control 543.
Realized about halfway from there to here that you shouldn't be driving. See, they had an open container in there too.
Do they? You have anything in your mouth? Okay.
I had a cigarette about 3 minutes ago.
3 minutes ago?
Yep.
All right.
Then I said as much. Let me guess. You're gonna breathalyze me. If not, you're gonna do a sobriety test. And you're gonna say I failed and arrest me.
Me?
Yeah. Well, not you exactly.
I'm not gonna do anything except wait for Highway Patrol to show up.
All right. I know you guys have to wait half an hour, so I am not allowed to have anything within in my mouth half an hour before a breathalyzer or a sobriety test.
Have you taken one of these before?
I'm a military police.
Are you?
So I've had a breathalyzer test, so I've taken both.
Yeah. Well, I think either patrol or county's coming out, so.
I don't want to be that. But she's gonna be like, hey, I'm military police. You can't arrest me.
Okay.
All right, Brennan, you need a hand? You got it?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm Trooper Proctor with the Highway Patrol. I'm gonna take over the investigation, okay?
All right.
My car is the last one back here. You wanna come back with me?
After failing a field sobriety test, the suspect is placed under arrest by the state trooper and is also issued a citation by Warden Aldridge.
We're running this ticket to you for discarding a beverage bottle on the ground. Do you have any questions?
Why am I not in handcuffs?
Well, you probably will be in a minute before they transport you.
All right.
That's just a matter of protocol. But that's up to Trooper Proctor. So that's what he decides. That's his deal. Okay.
It's one of those like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you bet.
Right.
All right. If you guys are good without me, I'm gonna get out of here so I can go find that bottle before it gets completely dark.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no one can say we don't ever do our best job to get evidence.
And I am gonna take your fishing pole. Can you go get it for me? And then if you go to court and the judge says you can have it back, I'll give it back to you. Okay, I'm gonna just put your fishing pole in my office with an evidence tag, and when you go talk to the judge and if he says you can have it back, I'll give it back to you. But you didn't give me a phone number, so that means you gotta call me, okay? This is Cascade County, you know where the courthouse is. This is I took your fishing pole, that's what this receipt is. This is your personal information. The citation is fishing without a 2000 valid fishing license, okay? If you have any questions, man, just give me a call.
Fishing without a license carries a fine of $135. With no radio reception near the river, the warden makes her way to higher ground to call in the stop.
We have in the past year and a half rode him several fishing and game violations. He's not supposed to have a hunting and fishing license, and I think that's why didn't buy one, is because I don't think he can. And then I know that he's got about 5 charges with Warden Brett Logan on some over limits and waste of game, just killing them and cutting their heads off and leaving them. So he's kind of fairly known in the fishing game world, but he doesn't really care. Hey, I got one for you. You're gonna be jealous. I caught your buddy fishing without a license.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
He goes, "You're gonna write me a ticket?" And I said, "Of course I'm gonna write you a ticket."
A quick conference with Brett Logan reveals that the suspect has more extensive priors and restrictions than Warden Kuka was told. With a fresh perspective, this case is far from resolved.
All right, so Brett's gonna meet us back there at the Y. He is revoked, so we gotta write him a fishing while revoked. It's an additional citation.
A lot of hunters know how to track animals. I mean, there's books written about it, and there's TV, and I mean, there's all kinds of things about how to track animals. But when you're a game warden, you gotta learn how to track people.
Near Billings in Region 5, Warden Kevin Holland scouts near the Yellowstone River.
I want to show you something about tracking when you look at fresh water here. If you notice, the water's kind of murky, but it's starting to clear up. I mean, I guess you've got to see a lot of water different times to tell the difference, but there's probably a 1/4 to 1/2 inch of clear, and the bottom half is murky, the top isn't. That means the vehicles that came through here were a long time ago. If you look out this way, you can't see, looks like fresh water. So that, again, that means it's been a couple hours. So I'll make sure to ask these guys how long they've been here, and we'll see if I got it right.
Montana's blue ribbon trout streams and rivers attract anglers from all over North America. Not all follow the law.
There's a guy fishing out through the river over there. We gotta hurry up before the train gets here. Hello. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. Having any luck today? Well, it's a start. Not the start you wanted, but it's a start.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah? Just 2 of you out here today, or just somebody else?
He just walked up here.
Oh, okay.
I've been here about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't even my license.
Eventually, you bet. So, which vehicle did you come in at?
I come in the camouflage.
Camo truck? Okay. Okay. Jeffrey. Very good. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll go down and check them. Hello. Good, yourself? Had better days, huh? Just not biting, huh? Well, game warden, not checking licenses. You want to just check when we get back to your truck?
Sure.
Okay.
After scouring his truck and fishing gear, the angler is only able to produce an expired fishing license, but he adamantly maintains he did purchase a new one.
How long ago would you have gotten it?
Back in March, from Bob Ward's in Bozeman.
Where do you live at now, around here or back in Bozeman?
Back in Bozeman.
Okay.
Yep.
You sure you got one?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, let me make a radio call, see if I can find out something. I got your old one here.
Yeah.
You want to put your stuff away? And
sure.
I'll be back with you in a minute.
All right.
Patrol, this is Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. This is Kevin Holland, the game warden, FG 511.
Hello.
Can I give you a name and an ALS number, see if you can see if the person has a current fishing license? Should be out of Belgrade.
He has an expired conservation license and that's it.
He's got nothing for 2013.
Correct.
Okay. Also, could you do just a regular check, just see if there's any wants or warrants?
Okay. He contract suspended, expiration 2018 in the pickup order. One insurance for 2012, and he has confirmed MHP, Bozeman warrant for 175.
So we do have a warrant for him?
Yes.
Steven? Can you hop out, please? Two things. First of all, check to see if you had a fishing license. They said you don't have one.
Okay.
Highway Patrol has access to our records.
Okay.
And we checked them, and they said you don't have one.
Okay.
Secondly, they said you have a warrant for your arrest.
You?
You do.
For what?
$175.
For what?
They didn't tell me what it was. So what I want to do now is I'm going to put you in handcuffs. We're going to go over to the bait and tackle shop. Highway Patrolman will meet us there. He can double check and confirm.
Okay.
So I could have you turn around.
Yes, sir.
Do you need to hang you back?
Yes, sir.
You understand what we're doing or what's going on?
Yes, I do.
Between us?
Yeah, what's the warrant for?
I don't know exactly what it is. They didn't tell me.
I don't know either.
Okay.
That's a marijuana pipe, sir.
Okay, well, that's not going to help.
Nope, that's not going to help me at all.
What we got on this side?
Pocket knife.
I'm going to hang on to that for the time being.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to leave that one on you, since that one's not going to hurt me. Got a wallet there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we'll head back here.
Yep.
Go ahead and hop in here.
In Montana's Region 4, the Streamlight spotlight shifts back to Warden Quinn Kuka. She caught a young man fishing without a license. Turns out the suspect has a history of Montana game violations. Officer Kuka calls in fellow Warden Brett Logan for backup.
So we'll just go back up and talk to him. And I wanted you there because you know for sure he's revoked. And he said that his tickets that you wrote him were still going to court. Is that true? Okay.
No, I was at his
He pled guilty to them all, so this will be his third charge, unless we can prove he was hunting today with his friend.
Yeah.
And then he's in that. So let's go find out if he hunted today. Okay. Okay. So the penalties on him are, the first one was hunting while suspended was $1,035. This is his third offense if we can find out if he hunted today while he's suspended. So we're gonna go drive back and interview him and his friend, and then try to figure out if he went hunting today.
Back in Region 5, a simple fishing violation has turned into a larger ordeal. With an outstanding warrant and drug paraphernalia involved, a state trooper has been called in.
Okay, this is, the fine is $135. This is the information. I didn't write you for not having one, but I did write you a ticket for not showing it to me.
Yep.
So I'll give you a copy of this. You understand what you need to do with this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Once I give this to you, you know, you and I are kind of done. Now it's up to what's going to happen here.
The state trooper gets permission to search the suspect's truck. He and Warden Holland discover more trouble.
Remember at the academy when they said if you find one, look for two. If you find two, look for three.
Inside the truck, more paraphernalia is found, including a second marijuana pipe.
That started out as a $175 deal and it ended up being a $700 deal. $500 per pot. You know, one of the things I mentioned to the officers, he was searching that guy. Whenever you find one, you look for another. That's something they train you and recruit. If you find one, you look for two. If you find two, you look for three. Well, when we found one pipe, well, he had one knife, look for another. He had another knife. We had one pot pipe, look for another. He had a second one. This can happen anywhere in Montana, but you get around the bigger cities, this happens way more often than the smaller cities. But this can happen anywhere. I mean, this can happen in the smallest town we have in Montana.
Following a simple fishing license check that went up in smoke, Warden Kevin Holland continues his patrol in Region 5 along the Yellowstone River.
Hello. How you guys doing? You're not warm enough. You had to build a fire, huh?
No.
Really? You got shorts on and a t-shirt and you still need a fire?
Dying to have hot dogs.
Oh, that's okay. You can't, gotta burn some mushrooms somewhere.
Yeah.
Marshmallows, I mean.
It's nice and moist too.
Yeah. So, well, can I get a look at some licenses, please?
Yes.
Get yours and then also mine.
So let me ask you, now they have two poles, is it legal to fish with two poles at once?
I don't know.
Because you got two poles in your hand. Is that legal?
Dad hold one and you hold one.
Well, she's got both up in her hand. Yeah, now she's trying to hand it off to somebody. It's on film. We know exactly how many poles she had in her hand.
What are those for?
Fishing license.
This makes them legal to go do what they're doing. You got a marshmallow license?
I don't think they make them.
You know what the fine is for not having a marshmallow license?
No.
One marshmallow. So it's going to cost you a marshmallow.
We have like 1 million.
There you go. Thank you very much. Okay. Well,
She has hers too.
I'll take your word for it. That's good. That's good. Well, we need to go find some real criminals. You guys aren't bad enough.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. If I got paid commission, it'd be different, but I don't get paid commission, so. Okay, take care, folks.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
You want them also?
Oh, that's okay. Thanks anyway.
Earlier in the day, Quinn Kuka had a run-in with a frequent fish and game culprit.
If you are going out and we're gonna go fishing, you need a license, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have one.
After consulting with fellow Region 4 Warden Brett Logan, the search is on to track down the suspect and his campsite.
How's it going? Hey, how are ya?
Good.
We were just looking for some guys on little dirt bikes. Did you see them up here at all? You're not the guys I'm looking for.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Oh, it's only one guy. That's them. Look at the little bikes next to the truck. I have a little bit of unfinished business, I guess. Can you come out here for a second?
I gotta come see you.
I'm gonna grab my jacket. Do you know why we came back here? Because you lied to me. And you're avoiding me. Because
Fix my butt so you can get out of here. It's pouring on me.
well, you told me you weren't revoked and you're revoked. You don't have a fishing license because you can't buy one. So that's another penalty. It's a bigger deal. So I want to know what you came out here for. Did you come out here to go hunting?
No, we came out here to ride dirt bikes and go camping and get away from town.
So would you be willing to show me through your stuff to prove that you have no hunting gear with you? I want you to show me. Well, if you don't have any hunting gear, then you got nothing to worry about, but.
Yeah.
And no guns and stuff? Okay.
The campground search turns up no evidence of hunting gear, but that doesn't mean this angler is off the hook.
I'll explain this to you, and then I'm out of here. Okay. So this citation is fishing while suspended. It's kind of the same thing that I showed you in the past. It has the court right there. I gave you till the 19th. And
can you extend that?
What do you have in your pockets?
Oh, nothing. I was just trying to...
Okay, just keep your hands out of your pockets, just for safety reasons.
Can you extend that a little longer? I have classes all...
You can call the court and they can do that for you, okay? And you know where the courthouse is downtown. The penalties are going to get worse and worse and worse for you the more you do this. This is a bad penalty. It's a $1,000 fine for this one. And you do it again, your third one, you're going to be there's potential that you could lose your privileges for life. You ever want to hunt and fish again in Montana, you got to do it right, man. You're messing up. It's all about choices, man. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, I think TJ knew more than he let on. You know, at the beginning, I asked him if he was suspended, and he said no. Asked him why he didn't have a license because stores weren't open, and you know, he gave me several excuses for it. But right when he saw Brett, and he knew Brett because Brett and him have had a lot of interviews and a lot of cases. I mean, that's just a possibility of why he was avoiding us. But you know, he didn't want to talk to us. He was working on his bike in the pouring rain. He wanted things in his control. He wanted me underneath the tarp talking to him, you know, and those kind of things are uncomfortable. And he's got a lot more at risk than most people. The more he gets in trouble, the more reluctant he's going to be to us. And that's when you get a dangerous situation.
Mr. Burroughs is admiring your vest, your Filson vest. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very, very good looking.
So is yours.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Why'd you cut half the fabric off?
Well, I like to have the belt exposed. You know, this is the tool belt right here.
It is.
I gotta have access to.
Right.
Where's your tool belt? It's covered up. Doesn't it look much better than yours?
I don't think so. It's actually pretty intimidating. See, if you cover some of it up, they don't think you're such a cop.
Well, I'm in the big city of Billings. I'm not this little country game warden. You know.
A little fun helps pass the time. But suddenly, Warden Taylor spots a truck. Burroughs triggers the decoy.
Mission game!
In Montana's Region 5, state game wardens spot a truck approaching their elk decoy. With the sound of gunfire, the wardens move in.
Mission game! Hold your fire! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Mr. Marjama.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Apparently we made a mistake.
Well, let's have your elk license and your driver's license.
Yeah, if you got your conservation license there. So, Mike, you know what you did wrong today?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do wrong?
I shot out of the truck off the road.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can't shoot from a public road when you can't shoot from a motorized vehicle. So, sounds like you know what happened here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write you a citation for simulated wildlife right here from shooting from a motorized vehicle, okay? The best part of it is he knows exactly what he did wrong. So, more or less, this can end up he's gonna get a ticket, but it's a good educational experience for him.
While the decoy operation continues, the Streamlight spotlight shifts to Region 2, where Warden Joe Cambick investigates a call to Montana's poaching hotline.
Hello.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. What's the? I can't remember exactly what. Just the report on it there.
Okay. It says RP called in from out of state with third-party information on a subject that plans on hunting in Montana this fall. RP claims that subject kills over limit and butchers them at the cabin. RP stated last year or the year before the subject got into a confrontation and poured gasoline onto another hunter's harvest.
Okay, just wanted to, and it doesn't give a name. It's just a confidential informant.
Yep.
Or a.
Yep.
Okay, non-reporting. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the in and out of that one. So, all right, I appreciate it.
Okay, Joe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Acting on a lead, Warden Cambick and block management technician Bart Morris set up a roadside check station. He hopes to stop the hunter in question and ask a few of his own.
Oh yeah. Coming in hot. How come there's no legs sticking out of there?
No luck. I had a 4-point muley, but you can't get those, right? It has to be whitetail.
You got to have a permit for a muley. Yep.
I only have an A tag. So.
You just have the general tag.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cambick realizes this isn't the suspect he's looking for and sends the hunter on his way.
But no luck.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go try.
Yep. I don't know where. This is my first year hunting, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you where the elk are. They're where you find them.
Back in Region 5, Wardens Burrows and Taylor continue their decoy operation, hoping to catch problem hunters near Billings.
You got someone else.
Minutes after they release their first shooter, another vehicle stops.
Oh, it's that same white truck, isn't it?
Two men step out of the truck. Both have guns.
Two shooters.
Fishing game! Lay the guns down.
In Montana's Region 5, game wardens spot two armed men ready to harvest an elk near the road. What they don't know is the elk is a decoy.
Two shooters.
Fishing game! Lay the guns down.
My name's Nick Taylor.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. You got your elk license with you?
Right.
Do you guys have some licenses as well we can take a peek at?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make those handy for us? Do you have any hunter's orange with you today?
It's inside the truck.
Yeah, there's some in the truck. Okay. Are you aware about the hunter orange requirement?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So Dustin didn't get off the road. He shot from right here, right, Dustin?
What's that?
You shot from right here.
I don't know.
Did you get across the fence there, Trent? Did you have a chance to get across the fence?
No.
Okay. All right.
What, is that illegal too, to shoot off the...
Well, you're on the roadway here.
This right here?
Yeah.
Although the men stepped out and away from the vehicle, the hunt wasn't totally by the book. So the wardens pull back to discuss other violations.
Most of the shooters didn't have their hunter orange on. And then the one guy was not able to produce his elk license, which is actually they're required to have that license in possession for their species they're hunting. So it's actually a violation to fail to possess that or exhibit it upon demand. So we'll go ahead and issue him a citation for fail to possess.
It's not a big deal. It's not a huge smack, but it'll be a good learning experience for him, I think. One of the things that we had an option here was to shoot from the road. Okay, given the circumstances, it did seem you guys didn't legally get off the road, but given the circumstances, you guys did make an attempt, and so that goes a little ways with us. And so what we're doing now, Trenton, just with you, I'm writing you a hunter orange, failed to wear hunter orange citation. It's $55. Okay. But when you tie that in with shooting at one of our simulated wildlife decoys, there's some restitution involved. That's $50. So I'm writing you a citation, and it comes to a total of $105. Okay. Okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. No, certainly nothing you can't get over. Okay. All right. You guys take her easy. Drive safe.
Back in Region 2, Warden Joe Cambick waits at a roadside check station. He received a complaint of some illegal activity and hopes to question the out-of-state hunters.
This is it. Howdy, guys. How's it going? Lots of stuff in there?
Oh, there's stuff in there.
Yeah? Yeah. Did you got critters in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all this. This is quite the deal.
We got 4 elk. 4 elk. We got Cody's got one. He's over there. Then Don's got one. He's over there. Mike's got one. He's gone. He left yesterday.
Mike. Okay. I'll just write that down.
And that's me.
This is you.
Yep.
James.
And then we got 3 mule deer.
Okay.
There's 1 tag, 2 tags, and here's the 3rd tag. And that's all the meat.
That's the meat, and it's full up in here.
The hunters appear to have their licenses and tags in order. But Warden Cambick wants more answers from the hunter in question.
So you shot a 2x2 mule deer, you said? And you got one of those elk?
Yes.
I'm under the understanding that maybe you didn't shoot one of those elk.
Why?
Well, because I'm getting reports. That's how it went down. Now, I think that this being coming from Wisconsin to Montana and something happened, I'm hoping that you're gonna be honest with me here because I've got some complaints. Monday evening, huh?
Yep.
Which one of those bulls was it?
It's the one with the broken tine.
Which, I don't remember the broken tine one.
Well, there's one in there. We got a tower stand that we take turns sitting on. I've sat there other years. And the ones I've seen before went below. This one went behind me and went up the hill. And I don't know, 75 or 100 yards. Shot him, he tumbled down and he hit the gravel road that goes up to the tower. And he broke his tine when he hit the road.
That's how he broke his tine?
Yep.
Okay.
The tine was laying there.
Every time somebody calls with a complaint and we look into this kind of stuff, we want to talk to you first.
Sure.
Okay. The investigation will go on. We'll keep on going through. So what I don't want to have happen is have an illegal elk go across state lines, because that's a problem. That's called the Lacey Act, and that becomes federal at that point. So I just want to throw it out there, like I said, a disclaimer, that if there's any doubt in your mind that I'm gonna find something else out later, I better know now. That's what your story is. You killed it, and nobody else. He's a little unsure of himself, I think. How about heads? Go look for the mule deer heads.
Yeah, I think if we could get in there and look at that, that might be a worthwhile deal.
Warden Joe Cambick, along with Bart Morris, investigates a poaching tip. He's tracked down the hunters in question, but isn't content with letting the story end there.
He's a little unsure of himself, I think, but he said, no, I shot it. He gave me the story. He said a matter of fact about his story. But I think he could have been there too. Now I'm thinking, if this, say this really happened, and they're driving and they're having the conversation right now,
yeah,
they're either going to have an ulcer by the time they get to Billings before they get ready to dump out of the state, or maybe it didn't happen.
Yeah, and it may not have. I mean, it was third-party
information.
Yeah, I mean,
how about heads? Go look for the mule deer heads.
Yeah.
Where are they throwing this stuff?
I mean, I think if we could get in there and look at that, that might be a worthwhile deal.
Over in Region 5, Wardens Nick Taylor and Lee Burrows monitor an elk decoy to catch illegal shooters outside of Billings.
Oh, I hear a truck coming from the south. I'll look that way. I don't think they even saw it. How do they ever expect to get an elk if they don't even look?
The waiting game continues. No trucks means a long wait for the wardens.
Look at his pants. They're all muddy. You know, you're kind of presenting an unprofessional appearance there.
What's that?
Well, the seat of your pants is all muddy.
Is it really? Well, that's because I'm not afraid to get in the dirt. Lee?
Who's in the dirt?
I'm not afraid to roll around in the dirt.
Just before sunset, another truck approaches the decoy.
Fishing game! Hey! No sense putting it on now, gentlemen.
I just will leave it off.
I never shot.
We'll get your driver's license and your...
What do we got here?
My little sister's deer.
Okay.
They come from way over.
Well, there's a couple violations. Clearly shot from the road, across the road. And Cody, you guys have permission, Mountain View?
Yeah, I got
okay.
permission.
And then no hunter orange, of course. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you dig it out for me? Thanks, partner.
These hunters have permission to hunt this property. Even so, wardens write citations for not wearing safety blaze orange, as well as illegally shooting from the road.
All right, guys. Thanks.
The wardens call this operation a success and call it a day.
Well, I'm glad you had this idea.
Yeah.
Sure worked out good.
It did work out good.
Alrighty, well, say hello to Miss Leslie.
I will.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good evening.
All right.
The next morning, back in Region 2, Warden Cambick gets landowner permission to further investigate reports of an illegally harvested elk.
Oh, well, I'm looking for a bone pile, which I think we found. And just looking for some deer heads here that, I don't know if there's anything in particular here we're after, just double checking on some things, but oh man, this is steep.
The wardens examine the remains of the harvested animals. The out-of-state hunters' stories seem to match the evidence collected. They find no sign of wrongdoing.
Well, this one thing took almost 8 hours. Coming last night, probably what, 12? Well, we just followed up on the tip, went sat up, caught guys coming out, everything checked out in their trailer. Got their stories, interviewed them, talked to them, got permission from the landowner to come up here and check their bone pile, and we counted rib cages and feet, and everything seems to be on the up and up. If there's anything that did go wrong, you know, we'll never know until we find out. But it's like, you know, you were in the right place, the right time, you were patient, you showed everything you needed to do, and nothing happened, nothing to show for it. But it's better because at least it does your heart good to see hunters do it right. This case is officially over. We'll go find another one.
Region 4 Game Warden Brian Goley just arrived on the scene of a reported deer shot out of season. He interviews several witnesses and then releases them after finding no rifle. Minutes later, he suspects he might have let the shooter escape.
We really need that truck. That's our suspect.
I'll flip around and head into Cascade.
Brown Ford pickup pulling a trailer full of junk, and there's a little yellow four-door sedan behind it.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm gonna ask this guy if anybody's passed. How's it going? Hey, did you see a truck and trailer and a small four-door car go past here?
There was a yellow Cutlass that came by, and there was a truck with a trailer with a bunch of iron on the back of it.
How long ago was that?
15 minutes.
Just barely. All right, we gotta go see if we can track them down. Thanks for the help. All right, perfect. They went towards Cascade. Perfect, thanks. Yeah, I just talked to that guy in the silver Chevy. He said that they did go by about 15 minutes ago, and he thought it was odd because the yellow Cutlass stopped and was looking like they were looking at deer.
Hopefully you can catch them.
That's what I'm hoping for. He said, I didn't pass him going down 10 Mile, and he said he didn't see him go that way because he's been glassing the hill, so we'll get to Cascade.
Both wardens head for Cascade County. They want to question the suspects if they can catch them.
I think it's our guy, so the truck will have a pistol in it, and check the cylinder and see if he gets it around.
Any idea on caliber size guesstimate?
357.
I copy. It sounds like we got a bullet out of the deer. So it sounds like we have our suspects. We just gotta find them wherever. There's too many roads they could have taken.
In Montana's Region 4, Game Warden Brett Logan pursues two suspect vehicles minutes after wardens discover a deer harvested out of season.
Yeah, picking it up, so I should be there shortly.
Wardens call ahead and get lucky. A Cascade County deputy finds and stops both vehicles.
Have you run up and talked to these guys yet?
Yeah, we got their IDs right now.
All right, I'm gonna talk to the driver of the truck real quick. How are we doing today? Doing okay so far? I'm kind of catching up late on this. I came in at the tail end of it, but
we talked to Goley.
Sure. So what all happened and what was talked about so far?
We were looking at the elk up on the hillside. That's when Goley pulled up to us. Well, you guys got any rifles or anything? No, we got a pistol. Well, with a dead deer back there. I said, well, I didn't even see the deer. I was looking up on the hill for the elk.
Sure.
So, I have no idea now.
I have no idea. Okay. What caliber pistol is that? Is it loaded? Yes. Do you mind if I check it out real quick? You're good with that? It's a nice pistol. Well, we're running down everything we possibly can. I'll tell you where we're at right now. You know, what it is it's not really that big of a deal, but at the same time, that's what our job is. We're hired for that. And I'll tell you right now, we dug a .357 bullet out of it.
That's fine.
So that's kind of where we're curious. You got a .357, you're in the same area, a deer dies with a .357. For the meantime, I'm just gonna hang on to this. We'll get it back to you if we can get everything wrapped up as soon as possible, and we'll go on that way, okay? Hang tight for me. Thanks.
Warden Brian Goley arrives, and he and Logan check the .357 for clues.
What do you think? Nothing?
I don't know, try it. There's one round in there that's different.
Is there one missing?
No.
It's different.
One's different. That's the only difference I can make out of it.
This is crazy. Hold on to this. Here's what happened. We went up there and gutted the deer and took a pistol round out of it, okay? You're the one that said you had a pistol. That's why we're concerned, okay? Because we knew you didn't have a rifle, and we thought it was shot with a rifle. Right. We dug the round down, and it's definitely a .357, okay? That's why we chased you down and talked to you again. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand now. I do.
All right.
The wardens find no evidence the suspects fired the handgun. They still ask to search both vehicles. The inspection turns up the unexpected.
Who's beer? I got jury duty.
Would you grab your gun? You can grab those and take them up there. Huh? Put that right here. You guys want to do anything with this pop knife? We're gonna have to deal with everything else. She has a whole bag.
The wardens turn the suspects over to deputies. Still, both conservation officers think the suspect .357 handgun is a peculiar coincidence.
2 minutes. I guess I'm done. I know. I mean, I don't know what to say. Well, I don't either. Unless you guys have another one somewhere. You guys have every right to carry a pistol. You got no problem with that at all. I'm not accusing you of being in trouble because you had a pistol. Okay?
You guys got to do your job.
All right. I'm not here to harass you.
Oh, I know.
If you guys didn't have a pistol and didn't tell me you had one, we wouldn't be here. All right, you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks. You too, appreciate it. I guess we're done.
Well,
that's just crazy. Everything was there. Just the gun.
I'm shocked, actually. Anyway,
I don't know what to tell you. It's a case of wrong place, wrong time. All the pieces of the puzzle were lining up that these guys were the ones that shot the deer. We had a warden dig through and find a bullet out of the deer, and it was a shot from a pistol, and his best guess was .30 caliber, and these guys had told us earlier that they had a .357 in the truck, and they were sitting right at the deer when the warden talked to him the first time and didn't realize it until somebody had mentioned it to him. So they had the gun, they were right there within minutes of when that deer was shot. And as soon as we made contact with them, all signs pointed to know that it wasn't them. The pistol hadn't been recently fired. I really don't know. It's one of those things.
Moose hunts are a real Montana treasure. Hunters enter a lottery to try and draw a Shiras moose tag, and not everyone gets picked. This year, Game Warden Captain Mike Martin's teenage son drew a lucky tag.
from the day he drew this tag, we've been spending every spare moment we can scouting and sighting in his rifle. And Zach is the kind of kid that when he was 10 years old, came up to me and announced he wanted to move to Texas. And I asked him why, and he said because 10-year-olds in Texas can hunt. He was watching the Outdoor Channel, of course, and saw a 10-year-old hunting on there and decided that's where he wanted to live. But now that he's old enough to hunt himself, I think he's really glad he lives in Montana.
This is pretty much my room. I designed it all myself and just kind of suits what I like to do, hunt and like the outdoors. This is my first whitetail deer. I shot it with my dad and it was pretty exciting. I had a lot of fun doing it. It almost feels natural just to go out and explore and to learn new things and to harvest animals, not just for the size of the antlers or the size of the animal period, just for the meat. And I just like the adventure, kind of getting out and learning more about nature.
He woke up this morning at 5:30 and came up and said, "I'm so excited, it's finally here." I just wonder, I told him to be sure and focus on school today, which I don't know if he's been able to. I've been having trouble focusing on anything except this hunt myself. And about 3 weeks ago, we went to this ranch and got within 70 yards of probably one of the biggest bull moose I've seen in the wild in Montana. So prior to that, he was telling me, "Dad, any moose will do," but now his expectations are sky high. We've been back 2 other times since and kind of have this moose pattern. He spends a day down in the birch trees down in the creek bottom, and every evening walks about a mile to an irrigated alfalfa field and feeds all night. And walks from the alfalfa field back down to the creek bottom in the mornings. That's what he's been doing the past 2.5 weeks. Our problem is rut is just coming on right now for moose. And if he finds a willing female, it just might take off and blow his pattern completely.
Up on the ranch, the two glass the fields on the eve of Zach's hunt and formulate their final game plan.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful bull. He's walking kind of towards us. So this would be perfect. You walk out to that point right there. 300 yards right there.
This morning we came out here and we seen a cow and calf in one field and 2 cow-calf pair in the other field. And we didn't see the bull. I was getting kind of discouraged, hoping to see him. And so we started to leave and I looked back and he's in that field. So we went back and watched him for a while. I was thinking I wasn't gonna see him. I was afraid he was chasing those cows around, but he's still here. That makes me kind of happy.
He stops whenever you feel comfortable.
In Montana's Region 4, the Streamlight Spotlight shines on Captain Mike Martin and his son. Zach drew one of Montana's rare moose hunting tags. Dad and son spent weeks scouting a giant bull moose, and after a long, restless night, the season opens, and the two hit the field.
Well, you know he's there. He's kind of wandering that way, isn't he? So think, where's he gonna come out?
Right over there,
the hill, looking down over here. Let's get over there. We found the moose. He's in the alfalfa field feeding right now. There's a perfect spot down in the bottom of the creek bottoms to set up in the birch trees and wait for him to come in. Problem is, starting today, there's 6 bow hunters down in there, and we don't want to interfere with their hunt. What we want to do is stay up high, close to the field that he was feeding in, We could shoot up here, it wouldn't disturb the hunters down there. Only thing is here, we're out in the open, we don't have the trees to provide us cover. It's hilly enough though that we can use hills to hide behind a little bit and try and anticipate which direction he's leaving and find a spot we can get close enough and intercept him on his way back to his bedding area. I'm real excited about this. I absolutely cherish every moment I get to hunt with my son. It doesn't matter if I never go hunting on my own again. If I can hunt with him, if he can be successful, then it's such a joy to me.
The martins track the moose all day. Just before dark, they stalk the big bull in an alfalfa field. Now, Zach must wait.
He stops whenever you feel comfortable. Watch where he goes. There he goes. If you get another chance to take it. Get them both times, Zach. Wait, he's going down. Oh. Zach, he's not getting back up. Come Nice job. Nice job. He's not moving. The antlers are there.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That was wonderful. You've been watching this bull for, well, it's been almost, tomorrow will be 3 weeks ago we saw him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Here we go again?
Wow. Wow. He's a monster. He's bigger than I thought he was. Okay. Put your tag on him.
We were sitting up on the hill and we scouted him for a little bit and then we decided to set up and watch him. We sat up on this hill right over here behind us and watched him for about a good half hour, 45 minutes, and he started following this cow into this drainage and stopped and gave me a perfect shot. It felt great once I heard it hit him, and then I watched him. Once he stopped, I put another one into him just to reassure that he went down. I am just blown away how big he is. I thought he was a little bit smaller than this.
Hunting with him is my bonding time with him. It's where I get to learn who he's becoming as a man. It's where I get to share my sense of values with him and see him adopt some of those values. And it's just one of the most special things I can do in my life.
1, 2.